Hello everybody, this is Battlechip EXE, and it's time for an unboxing video. Yeah, we are going to be opening this Rockman EXE Progress PET Blue Netto Edition. This is the Korean version, which is actually a lot more readily available and easier to get than the original Japanese version. This is one of the PET toys that we never got here in the United States, most likely because the stream arc of the anime was never localized, even though Battle Network 5 and 6 did come out. Yeah, so, just got this in the mail the other day. It looks pretty nice, and I do already have the red Blues edition, but even though I have played around with it a little bit, I still have it over here on the side. I'll bring the box over here in a second to do a comparison. I played around with it a little bit. I haven't got all the ins and outs of it perfectly down yet. There's a couple of guides people have posted on the internet, but today we're just here to talk about the aesthetics of the toy itself, as well as take a look at what all it comes with. So the packaging is very nice. That up there, of course, is the stream, logo from the show. Whenever they do the title screen, that's the emblem that shows up. It's got Korean writing on it instead of Japanese. It comes with, it looks like 5 battle chips plus a Navi chip. I can see double point, roll DS. I believe that's full custom down there, and recovery 200. I'm not sure what the one in underneath it is. Like there in the middle, we'll find out here in a moment, and of course the Rockman data chip. It comes with the HP grip, which these grips actually are more than just pieces of plastic. You can probably see over here on the side, I've got the operate stick and chip magazine right here, and I also have the operate stick and the attack scope. We'll touch on those here in a little bit, but this is the box art for the Rockman version. Looks pretty nice. I like how smooth and clean that looks. It's kind of bad when these are actually more affordable than the original advanced PETs that you could get back here in the States, 10, 15 years ago, however long it's been at this point. Man, that makes me feel old. I remember getting the base version of the PET for Christmas one year. So, yeah. I never understood why it was called the Progress PET as opposed to the other one being called... the other one being called the Advanced PET makes sense, but I never understood why it's called the Progress PET. Even the Japanese version is called that. But it is what it is. So let's take a look at the back here. Some more box art. We see Rockman up here, looking nice like normal. We see the battle chips that it comes with. It's showing us a double point, which I'm not sure how that would work in the actual PvP game that we have for this thing. Again, I played around with it a little bit. Oh, it comes with Guardian. That's the other one that's in there. Man, Mega Man's packing the mega chips here, isn't he? Oh, look at that. Guardian, double point, roll DS, and full custom. He's loaded. And advertisement down here for the 2 other attachments that you can get for this thing. There are at least 2 more Japanese variants, Japanese exclusive variants, like not the operate stick, but there's one that's like fire insert, and then there's one that has to do with water battle chips, and I thought that there was a black version of the handle grip, but that one's kind of hard to find. Yeah, the HP grip here, it's light blue, whereas in the anime, whenever Lan, or Netto if you prefer, whenever he jacks Mega Man in, he always plugs in a black grip handle that has a yellow line going across it. The operate stick, I remember this, I think it was featured in the movie, actually. Shaw shows up, and he gives Lan the operating stick, and he gives Rika the attack scope. And they deck out the PETs, which I don't think we ever actually see any effect for them in the anime itself. It was probably just another marketing ploy to sell toys. So, this is what it looks like in the box. And over here, I have the, like I said earlier, the Blues, or Protomann edition, already been opened. It's already been taken out. But, it's basically the exact same thing. The only real difference is they swap the colors, swap the characters, and it shows you what he comes with, which I'll be showing off all those here in a minute. Man, Protomann really got the short end of the stick. Mega Man's over here with Guardian, and Protomann is stuck with a freaking mini-bomb. So, you can see you can still link them together using basically an auxiliary cord. That's what we call that nowadays. Just a headphone jack plug for both sides. That does make me wonder, though. These kind of plugs, there do exist versions that have an auxiliary plug on one end and a USB on the other. Has anyone ever tried dumping the ROM from this thing? If that is a project that is in the works, someone please let me know, because I actually would love to get this on a computer and do like some real gameplay footage of it, or some high quality gameplay footage of it, or possibly someone could make an English patch and then put it back onto the PET. That would be like the most amazing thing ever. If that is a concept that someone has toyed around with, someone please let me know. Do we know, is it possible or not? You know, what have you. So here's the Protomann variant. It's scuffed up a little bit. I'm not even sure how that happened. It's been sitting in a drawer basically since I got it. There is other stuff in the drawer, but I don't really know how it got all banged up and scratched up like that. The Navi emblem, it does push down. It opens up this little slot right here where you plug the battle chips in. Makes a rather loud clicking sound. You know, in the anime, that's where the jack-in laser shoots from. If you watch the animation, it always flips open like that, and a little beam shoots out, and it wirelessly sends your Navi into wherever you're plugging them into. Unlike the advanced PET model, you actually can play as Protomann on this version of the PET, and I believe you can change your Navi based on what Navi data chips you have. The only two I have so far, though, are the ones for Protomann and the one that's for Mega Man that's still in the box. So it looks very nice, and I've been considering using it for a cosplay if I can get a Shod cosplay together at some point. You know, conventions are finally opening back up in my area, and I really want to see some more Mega Man cosplay representation at the cons I go to. Protomann's PET, instead of coming with the HP grip, it comes with the Speed G-type grip. I think Shod had one of these for his PET in the movie. I'm not certain, but it plugs in the same way. If you want to take a look at it closer, you can see that there are little notches along the edge right here, and like you can see, there's little indentations and bumps in the plastic. If the camera will focus properly, maybe you can see it. I'm not sure. We see those, and it plugs in on the bottom and top of the PET. You can see there's some buttons in there. I don't know how well you can see that, but there are some buttons in there, and I believe that is how it tells the game what you're doing, how it will tell you what attachment is on there, and how it affects your battle. The battle chips that Protomann's PET came with are Katana 1, or just Samurai Sword 1 in the Japanese version. Of course, the Protomann Navi data chip. These are also compatible with the Progress link gate for Rockman EXE 5. Fast gauge. Again, I'm not sure how that works in this particular game. I know how it would work with the Game Boy games, though. Again, mini bomb. Protomann really getting the short end of the stick. Shod must be running out of money, honestly, if he's giving Protomann cheap chips like this. Crackout, I believe that's the name of the battle chip in Battle Number 4 and 5. It was the successor to Panel Out from the earlier games, but you just wave your hand instead of swinging a pickaxe. And then, of course, gotta have another sword, Wide Blade. Thankfully, these PETs, rather than using those watch batteries and just completely losing everything whenever you have to replace them, these PETs actually use AAA batteries, and I'll put some in this PET when I get it out of the box. I have one more battle chip here that I got from a different piece of merch. It's not included in either of these. It was from a figure I bought, Wide Shot 2. This is actually the Japanese version, and one thing I noticed is that there's actually writing on the spine of these, but there's not on the Korean version. I don't know if that's true for all Japanese chips, but for the one that I have, it is true. Alright, so now, I've shown you what it looks like out of the box. Now let's go ahead and rip this thing open. Let's get Mega Man out here. Alright, so, take a closer look at the chips that Mega Man comes with. Yeah, Double Point, which, in the games, in the Game Boy games, it will sacrifice 3 of your area's panels for 20 plus attack power per panel, so you get 60 plus damage to your next battle chip. Recovery 200, pretty self-explanatory, recovers your hit points by 200. Roll DS, which I wasn't expecting to get a DS Navi chip with this. I really wish the camera would focus at this range. Haven't used this camcorder in a while, so I am a little rusty with how its autofocus works. Can we zoom in on that? Nah, apparently not. This is very amateurish. But so that's a Roll DS. Pretty nice looking art right there. Nice high-res art. I'm hoping that this is the kind of art that we'll get with the Battle Network Legacy Collection. We'll get to see like high-res images of every battle chip. Full custom. Immediately restores your custom gauge, and in some games, I think it automatically opens it, which allows you to pick your battle chips immediately. That could just be in EXE 4.5. Not EXE 4.5. I may be thinking of something else. It restores it to full immediately. Guardian, you know, don't touch the statue or else you get zapped with a giant lightning bolt. And, of course, the Mega Man Navi data chip. You know, slot it in, and Mega Man is now your playable Navi. So let's get the rest of the PET out of here. I didn't notice it, but you can see Cross Fusion Mega Man there in the background. Do you see Cross Fusion Protomann on this one? Yes, I believe that is Cross Fusion Protomann as well. Actually, no, I think it's just regular Protomann, because Cross Fusion Protomann has kind of like a skunk stripe on his hair. Kind of, sort of, like it's a... He's got like a black streak going down it. So like a inverted skunk, I guess. Alright, so yeah, very nice, clean looking PET right here. This is high quality stuff. This is very nice. Like, I like this. This model PET always reminded me of a PSP. You know, I want to say they came out around the same time. I remember that I got a PSP when I was in high school. Or maybe it was middle school. I don't know. Roughly around the same time period. It looks kind of like a PSP. You know, it always reminded me of that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get some batteries in here. Odd thing, all the batteries face the same way. If you can see that, yeah, they all face the same way. They all go this way instead of normally in most things I see batteries will be like inverted, like one way, one the other. Ah, here we go. Tile screen's coming up. Nope, wasn't even on screen. There we go. Yeah, there's Rockman. It's really hard to see with the camera at this angle, but yep, there he is. That's Rockman. I'm gonna go ahead and put the back on here. Alright, he's asking me to set the time. I will deal with that later. So yeah, you plug in the HP grip like this, and you're ready to go. Ready to jack him in. Of course, you know, that closes like that. Press the Navi mark. There we go. You know, plug Rockman into wherever you need him to go. Alright, so these two, basically the same in shape. Oh, let's see if we can take a look at the HP grip versus the speed grip. Oh, that doesn't want to let go. There we go. Oh, yeah, you can definitely see here the teeth layout is different. Yeah, you see that? The layout of the little bar right there is cut differently. So that probably will have something to do with which of these buttons on the bottom of the PET get pushed and would affect which power-ups your Navi gets. Again, I don't remember if there actually is an official black one that is sold, or if that was just something that was exclusive to the anime. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing one at one point, but I haven't found it on eBay recently. I got these from Amazon, you know, in case you're curious. And my wife actually got me this for Christmas a couple years ago, and it came in, and she thought it was like the entire kit and caboodle, the whole PET. No, it's just the attachments, not the actual PET itself. So, but now, and I've actually waited to unbox it until I got to this video. So, you know, doing that for her, opening up on camera. So, yeah, let's go ahead and open the attack scope first, because this one's been waiting longer. You can basically just pull it off the card here. Oh, drop things. So yeah, let's take this out. It's got one of those twisted tie things in here. There we go. Finally got that out. So, now let's remove the HP grip, and let's take a look at that operate stick. Yeah, that is very different yet again. Okay, so this reminds me of one of those old Game Boy accessories. How many of y'all out there are old enough to remember those? It's like attachments you'd slide onto your Game Boy or Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, where you'd have this big stick on top. You know, does that actually help gameplay any? Don't know. So, does this actually enhance your Progress PET experience here. And I guess it makes jacking in a little bit more level, if you wanted to, because the handle is more or less at a 90-degree angle instead of being slanted like that. And let's put the attack scope on there. Oh yeah, that's what the top of the teeth look like for this one. So, just plug him in. If I can get him to stay. There we go. Kind of wish there was a light shining from that so that I could see it a little better. Guess not though. Wow, that is reflective. You can see me in that right there. So yeah, there's the attack scope. This is what Searchman, or this is what Rika used during the movie, and Lance got his right here. So yeah. Really stiffened up when you put it on the D-pad here. I'm not sure how much more effective that would make things though, because again, I have played a little bit of the game, but I don't know if it actually would benefit anything. Alright. Well, so, seen that one. Now let's go ahead and open up the Battlechip Magazine. It also comes with an operate stick. The teeth look to be the same as they are on the other operate stick. That was loud, I'm sorry. And this just slides out. No, no additional twisty ties for that. So, Battlechip Magazine. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. It, you know, slides up and down. Got a slot for 5 chips here, looks like. So, you can basically house the battle chips that you can basically use the battle chips that your PET came with. You can just put all 5 of them in here and just walk around with that. You know, if you're wanting to net battle somebody in the streets, just bust these out for quick and easy access, I suppose. Let's attach them. Yeah, that's the teeth on this. I don't... Let me see if I can get the attack scope off and see how that looks. Okay. Oh yeah, the attack scope looks very different from the Battlechip Magazine. I don't know if the Chip Magazine will... how it will affect things. I can't read Korean, you know, kind of obvious. But there is a guide out there I've seen someone post on what most of the menus mean in the Japanese version, and they claim that the guide works for the Korean version as well, but to someone who doesn't read the language, it can be kind of hard to understand. So, let's plug this in. That is a monstrosity right there. That is a beefy looking PET. Someone rolls up with that, you might want to be scared a little bit. I like the fact that it's spring-loaded, or maybe not spring-loaded, but I like the fact that it like raises up like that. I think that's really cool. A little gaudy, a little excessive, but it's still cool nonetheless. One other thing that I think is really, really cool about the Progress PET is that if you're like me, when Mega Man was in its heyday over here, or well, when Battle Network was in its heyday, you collected a lot of these advanced PET battle chips, even though you really didn't have any use for them outside of playing with your advanced PET by your lonesome, because none of your friends were into Mega Man and they didn't have one. And of course, Battlechip Gate never got released over here. But the cool thing is, they actually work on the Progress PET. Not only do they plug in, I'm not going to demonstrate gameplay on this video. I might do like a follow-up video if you guys are interested enough, and if I can get a good enough script and footage for that. But these battle chips will work with the Progress PET, and that is one of the coolest things I've seen. I was testing out one of the tournaments the other day on this, and Meteor Red Sun is the win button, essentially. Just plug it in, and it hits the same radius that it did in Battle Network 4. It explodes like a big bomb in 9 panels, and basically anything caught in that blast radius is taking a lot of damage. I don't know what that says, so I'm going to say no. That's confirm button, that's cancel button, and of course up, down, left, right, left. That is really stiff. I don't know if the operate stick was actually a good idea as an attachment. May not carry that around, depending. But yeah, so the Battle Network 4, aka Advanced PET battle chips, work with the Progress PET, the PET from Battle Network 5. So this toy is a lot cooler than the Advanced PET. While the Advanced PET design is nice, it also had that little window that kept getting lost. I've seen so many of those PETs going on eBay, you know, for over $100, and a lot of them are missing that little window. Japanese and English version. But this is a nice way to get your hands on a PET toy that is fun, functional, will truthfully probably last longer because it takes AAA batteries, and you don't have to do the annoying shaking thing. There's actually a built-in RPG mode on this thing. So if you're a Mega fan who's been wanting a decent quality PET toy that is affordable, this is definitely the route to go. On Amazon, the Protomann version is cheaper. I think it's going for like $40-ish right now, while the, you know, after tax and shipping, while the Mega Man version is going for a little more, like $45 to $50. You know, after shipping, you'll probably end up paying about $55, depending on where you live. And this is very nice. It looks clean. It's very, very well detailed. I love the color they used, and I'm going to take good care of this one to make sure it doesn't get scuffed up. And I think this purchase was worth it. You know, if any of my viewers can read Korean, you want to take a crack at translating that for the comment section, I greatly appreciate that, because I have no clue what any of this says. You can see instructions on how to attach the attack scope and the operate stick, but I have no clue what any of this is saying. I don't know what benefits it's supposed to give me aside from just looking cool. Same can be said for the Battlechip Magazine. So yeah, that's been my unboxing video. Just want to show off, you know, a cool new Mega Man toy I got, and hopefully, hope you guys expand your collection a little bit if you are interested in getting one of these. Again, very nice. It's worth it to me. Probably worth it to some collectors. Oh yeah, I went ahead and pulled this out. Instruction manual has the connector cable enclosed with it. Again, it's basically just an auxiliary cable, which, if this goes missing, you can find this at any Walmart nowadays. You know, probably a longer one too. So, you like the Advanced PET, you still plug one in, and then you plug the other one in, and you grab a friend and you net battle. Just that simple. So yeah, that's been the unboxing video showing off the Progress PETs, both the Protomann version and the Mega Man version, as well as the Battlechip Magazine and attack scope and the operate stick. So, you know, thank you all for watching. If you have any interesting facts about these PETs you'd like to share with us that I didn't cover, then please drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about these. This has been Blade Cross EXE with Flash of Blades Productions, and thank you all for watching. Peace out.